the glamorous world of royalty, there are often well-known figures who dominate headlines and constantly enjoy global fame with their fairy tale lives and attention-grabbing scandals. However, beyond the headlines and the paparazzi frenzy, there are some young royals from around the world who may not be widely recognized but possess their own unique charm and fascinating stories. But do you know who these young royals are? Maybe not. In today's video, we're counting down 12 young royals you've never heard before. So without wasting much time, let's get it started. At number 12, we have the royal who's considered to be the future queen of Belgium. This is Princess Elisabeth, Duchess of Brabant, who comes from the royal house of Belgium. Princess Elisabeth of Belgium, born October 25, 2001, is the eldest child of King Felipe and Queen Mathilde of Belgium. Being the eldest child, she was made heir apparent to the throne in 2013 when her father assessed the Belgian throne and became king himself. As if she becomes the queen, she'll be the first female monarch to reign over Belgium since its establishment and as an independent kingdom after 193 long years. Now, coming to her lifestyle, Princess Elisabeth was raised in the royal palace in Brussels, and she was provided with the best lifestyle and education. She attended the St. Jan Bertram's College in Brussels before continuing her studies at UWC, Atlantic College in Wales, where she obtained the International Baccalaureate. Aside from her studies, Princess Elisabeth is also active among various charitable causes and social issues. However, the reason for the princess's limited access to public exposure is because the royal family wants to minimize her media and public visibility for the princess, as it might affect her studies and mental health. But despite everything, this 21-year-old princess is known for her down-to-earth personality and her dedication toward her royal family and charitable work. Next, we move on from Belgium to Monaco to our next of our royalty, who comes from a 389-year-old royal house called the House of Hanover, and this royal is Princess Alexandra. Alexandra Charlotte Ulrich Meram was born July 20th, 1999 in Austria, and she's the only daughter of Princess Caroline of Monaco and Prince Ernst August of Hanover. Despite being born in Austria, the princess was raised in Monaco among other royals in the lap of luxury, where she was provided with the best of lifestyle and education. Later, for further studies, the princess was even sent to France to attend a boarding school in Fontainebleau. Aside from her studies, the Princess of Monaco was involved in charitable causes from an early age. She's a patron of the Princess Grace Foundation and has participated in the annual Bal de la Rose charity in Monaco. Now the princess is one of the core members of the Monaco royal family, and she's even in the race of sitting on the Monaco royal throne. However, Princess Alexandra has largely kept a low profile publicly and has not actively sought media attention or publicity, unlike some other members of her family, and the reason for this is because she is also focused on pursuing her studies in fashion design. Next, we have a royal you didn't know is heir apparent to the Dutch throne, and this is Princess Catharina Amalia of the House of Orange-Nassau, which is 479 years old as a royal house. Princess Catharina Amalia Beatrix Carmen Victoria, also known as the Princess of Orange, is the eldest child of King William Alexander and Queen Maxima of the Netherlands. She was born on December 7, 2003, and she became the heir apparent to the Dutch throne April 30, 2013, when her father, King William Alexander, ascended to the throne. As a member of the royal family and future queen, she received the best education available in the nation from 2007 to 2022, where she studied a range of subjects including Dutch, English, Latin, and history, and she lives her lavish life with her family at the royal palace in The Hague. However, despite living a royal lifestyle, she is seen as a down-to-earth personality within the royal family who doesn't shy away from supporting crucial social issues. And because of her efforts in 2020 alone, she was awarded a UNESCO Child's Rights Award for her efforts to combat cyberbullying and to raise awareness about the importance of digital privacy for young people. But despite her active role, this 19-year-old princess is unknown to the rest of the world, and it's mainly due to the Dutch royal family's conscious effort to protect the privacy of their children. However, this started changing when the princess reached the age of 18 and the royal house released multiple pictures of the princess declaring her eligibility for the royal throne. Next, we have a royal from Spain who is the heir apparent of the Spanish throne, and that is Princess Leonor, Princess of Asturias, who belongs to the royal house of Bourbon-Anjou. Leonor de Todos los Santos de Ortiz was born on October 31, 2005, Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain. And being the firstborn of the king, she became the heir apparent to the Spanish throne in 2014 when her father, King Felipe VI, ascended to the throne. And despite being a royal, she had a relatively normal childhood, you could say. From an early age, she engaged in various hobbies and pursuits, including horse riding and playing the violin. This well-rounded approach aimed to develop her talents and interest beyond her royal responsibilities. However, she has less popularity in the world due to the Spanish royal family's policy to maintain the privacy of their princess until she's prepared and well-developed as a strong individual princess. And because of this reason, she'll begin her 3 years of military training from this August 2023, as is a rule for the necessity of their heir to have military background and a military career itself. The intense training will take in 3 major branches of the armed forces, ensuring she's ready for her official role. At number 8, there's a princess who's royal turned into a fashion model from the royal house of Glucksburg. And this is Princess Maria-Olympia of Greece and Denmark. This 26-year-old princess hails from the Greek royal family, born July 25, 1996, in New York City in the US. She's the eldest of the Crown Prince of Pavlos and Crown Princess Marie Chantal of Greece. And despite her royal lineage, Princess Maria-Olympia does not bear any official royal responsibilities or titles in Greece. As a result, she grew up in London just like any ordinary person. However, she eventually relocated to New York to pursue a career in fashion and modeling at the Parsons School of Design. This not only polished her skills as a fashion designer, but made her into a fine model. Since then, she's been featured in multiple high-profile fashion magazines such as Vogue and Tatler, and she's modeled for luxury brands including Michael Kors and Dolce & Gabbana. She has also collaborated with designers and launched her own fashion line. In addition to fashion, this beautiful Greek princess pursues interest in photography and graphic design. Despite coming from royalty, the Princess of Greece was never much identified in the world by her royal status, and this is because Princess Maria-Olympia's popularity from her modeling and fashion career overtook her royal status. Next, we have a royal who comes from the lineage of a 197-year-old royal house known as the Royal House of Glucksburg. And this royalty is the Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway. Princess Ingrid was born 2004 to Crown Prince Haakon and Crown Princess Mette-Marit. This young princess holds the title of Her Royal Highness and is the first female heir apparent in the history of Norway. And if she assumes the Norwegian throne, she will be the first queen in her own right in the history of Norway. As a part of the royal family, Princess Ingrid has been involved in various royal duties and arrangements and engagements alongside her parents. She even accompanied them on their official visits both in Norway and abroad, representing the royal family. However, all this was seen as training for her upcoming years as queen. But she doesn't stop there. This 19-year-old princess possesses a keen interest in social and environmental issues, and she actively supports various charitable causes related to education, sustainability, and mental health. However, as accompanied to her father or her mother, she is less known to the world, but the biggest of all is the language barrier. The princess primarily communicates in Norwegian, which limits direct communication with non-Norwegian audiences, resulting in less popularity. However, people of Norway still love their pictures, as she's seen as elegant and one of the well-mannered personalities of the royal family. At number 6, we have the young royal who's making a name in the fashion industry, and this is Count Nikolai of Denmark from the Royal House of Glucksburg. Nikolai William Alexander Frederick was born in 1999. He's the eldest son of Prince Joachim of Denmark and his first wife Alexandra, Countess of Frederiksberg. As a member of the royal family, he's received extensive education and training to prepare him for his future roles and responsibilities. But as a young individual, Nikolai always wanted to make his own name for himself, being only called as a royal. And because of this, he was attracted to the world of glamour and the fashion industry. His fashion career started in 2018 when he made his debut as a professional model during London's Fashion Week, walking the runway for the British brand Bourbon. Since then, he's worked with various fashion trends. Brands appeared on several high-profile fashion shows and campaigns. However, the duty and role of Nikolai has always been limited in the royal family, due to which his royalty never came into the radar of people's attention. However, the popularity of this 23-year-old's royalty is increasing from last year, as he's now recognized by more and more people, not because of his royal lineage, but due to his fashion sense and his look. Next, we have another royal from the fashion industry. This is Princess Talita Natascha von Fürstenberg from the Royal House of Fürstenberg of Germany. This beautiful princess was born May 7th, 1999 in New York City, USA. She comes from a royal lineage where her grandmother is a famous fashion designer, Diane von Furstenberg, and her grandfather is Prince Egon von Furstenberg. Although her family no longer holds a formal title, Talita remains proud of her heritage. Growing up in a family of fashion designers, she wanted to follow in the footsteps of her grandmother. Later, she attended the Parsons School of Design in New York City, where she honed her skills and creativity as a fashion designer. This allowed her to work with big fashion brands like Teen Vogue. In addition to her pursuits, she's collaborated with her grandmother's esteemed fashion house, DVF, but her accomplishments goes beyond, as she was featured in renowned publications like Tatler Magazine and Teen Vogue. Moreover, she's also walked the runway for Dolce & Gabbana during Milan Fashion Week, and in 2019 she launched her own line, DVF, called TVF. However, despite making a name in fashion, this 24-year-old princess remains less popular as a royal for several reasons, but the most important reason is that she hails from the royal family that no longer holds any power or function within the nation. Moving on the list, we have Princess Maria-Carolina Camilla of Bourbon, Two Sicilies, who belongs to the royal house of Bourbon, Two Sicilies, which is a branch of the Spanish royal family. This beautiful princess was born June 23, 2003 in Rome in Italy as the second child and eldest daughter of Prince Carlo, Duke of Castro, and his wife Camilla. And as a core member of the royal family, the princess's childhood was quite happening and lavish, and she received the best education in both Italy and Switzerland. And she possesses a keen interest in music and the arts and has participated in various cultural events and social causes. And because of her involvement in various issues, in 2016, Princess Maria-Carolina was appointed to the Social Special Ambassador of the Italian National Commission for UNESCO, a position she's held until 2021. And as ambassador, she was involved in various projects aimed at promoting Italian culture and heritage around the world. But as a young royal, the princess also liked to enjoy life to the fullest and was seen exploring many exquisite states in Europe. But largely, people are unaware of this 19-year-old charming princess mainly because she holds no big position in the royal family. However, this is changing as she's growing in popularity these days with her social media presence, especially in Instagram and TikTok. At number 3, we have a prince who comes from the royal house of Glucksburg, and this is Prince Constantine Alexios. This prince is the 24-year-old that belongs to a non-reigning Greek royal family. Prince Constantine Alexios of Greek and Denmark is also known as Prince Tino, and they're a member of the Greek and Danish royal families. He was born October 29, 1998 in New York in the United States and is the eldest of Crown Prince Palos of Greece and Princess Marie Chantal Miller. And he's also the great-great-grandson of King George I of Greece. He grew up in London with all the facilities a royal member could get, and later he attended various schools including Wetherby School, where Crown Prince William studied. Later, Prince Constantine showed his interest in the fashion industry and modeled and appeared in a photo shoot for The Dior Sessions, which is a book that focuses on men's fashion. The book was shot by photographer Nikolai von Bismarck, and proceeds from this sale were donated to the Teenage Cancer Trust, and this is the cause that the prince supports and promotes through his social media. But despite belonging to an influential family in the world, the prince has been shy in the past and has intentionally had limited public appearance. All this was to maintain privacy during his teenage years, which resulted in lower popularity as compared to the other royal members of royal families. Next, we have a royal who's second in line to the succession of the Liechtensteiner throne, and this prince is Joseph Wenzel Maximilian Maria from the 400-year-old royal house called the House of Liechtenstein. This prince was born in 1995 to the Prince Alois and Princess Sophia of Liechtenstein. He is the eldest of 4 siblings and has 2 younger brothers and a younger sister. The prince's early childhood was spent in his own nation where he received the best education. However, later he went to Switzerland to attend school before moving to the United Kingdom to study at Ampleforth College. After completing his studies, he went on to attend the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst in England, where he trained to become an officer in the British Army. In addition to his military training, Prince Joseph has also been active in various charitable and philanthropic organizations where he represents his royal family and his nation. But despite coming from his royal family, this 27-year-old prince is less recognized by the world, for which there are multiple reasons. However, the prime reason being the royal family itself, as the royal family of Liechtenstein has long had a tradition of keeping the royal business in low profile, and its members generally do not seek media attention or engage. At number 1, we have a royal who comes from the lineage of a 700-year-old royal family called the Royal House of Grimaldi, and this is Royal Pauline Ducruet of Monaco. She was born May 4th, 1994 in Monte Carlo, Monaco, and is the daughter of Princess Stephanie of Monaco and her former bodyguard, Daniel Ducruet. Despite her royal lineage, Pauline has always been interested in sports and fashion rather than traditional royal studies. She grew up practicing various sports, including gymnastics, diving, and horseback riding, and even competed in the 2010 Youth Royal Olympic Games in Singapore as a diver. Later in 2015, she went to New York to study fashion design, where she worked as an intern under big brands like Vogue and Louis Vuitton. Though this 29-year-old royal is an important member of the Monaco royal family, she now has low popularity, as one factor for this is that she's not directly in line for the throne. This means that she does not have the same level of official royal duties and responsibilities as some other members of the royal family. Further, Pauline tends to keep a lower profile herself and does not often make public appearances or give interviews. But despite her busy fashion career, Pauline takes time from her schedule to indulge in charitable events. Thanks for watching. Comment below your favorite parts and let us know. Also, press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.